as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand
My name is Nicole King, and this is my Marbella Now. Our CIT Marbella guest of the week is Villanova. She is a young lady who is an orthopedic surgeon, which is absolutely fabulous, and she's practicing at the Hospiten hospital just up the road in the extended Golden Mile of Estepona. How lovely to meet you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Nicole. It's a pleasure.
You look so young and you're radiant, and your baby is a baby in waiting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Exciting times for you. How are you balancing pregnancy and work?
Well, it's a matter of time. I mean, it's just organization. You know, and my two patients, the surgery and also to be a mom and to be a woman.
It's an exciting process, and it's funny, I think women, we just manage. It all just seems to fit in. So are you from the area? Have you come in to work at the hospital? What's your background?
I come from Barcelona. I was born there, and I have spent most of my life there. And for right now, I think, yeah, almost 8 years I work in this area, in Hospiten.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God, time goes so quickly. I remember when they opened the hospital, it doesn't seem possible that so much time has gone by. And what led you into medicine? Was it something you knew as a child that you wanted to be a doctor?
Yes, to be honest, since I was a little child, I always loved to help people and to give solutions to people. I think that's the main problem. And also when you are ill and you have a disease, you also need someone that is kind, that is close to you. And always I have this feeling to need to do that.
And did you know how you wanted to specialize? Was there somebody in your family or friends that had suffered something specific that drove you in this direction?
No, in my family there's no doctors and no surgeons. So to be honest, it was just my own idea. And when I started medicine, it's true that then I realized that I would like to become a surgeon, because also I have a lot of ability with my hands. I realized that, and I felt it was a good opportunity to do this job.
But that's a lot of extra studying, isn't it? I mean, because you have to become a doctor, then you do the next steps. And so how many years of studies?
Here in Spain, you have to spend around 6 years for doing medicine. And after that, you have to spend 1 year more or less to prepare like an exam, where you choose which specialty would you like to do. After that, you start to work in a public hospital, and then you do your specialization. Usually it takes around 5 years. So in total, I will tell you 12 years, more or less.
Unbelievable. You have to obviously be passionate about what you do, and you always have to study. Everything changes so quickly now more than ever.
Yeah.
How do you cope?
Well, you're right. We have to study a lot, but it's a matter of an habit, you know? Something that you do all your days of your life, and it's something that you just do it.
You obviously enjoy the learning and discovering the new ways of finding the solutions that you're so keen on.
Yeah, that's right. And also you realize when you get in that there's a big world to discover and to get knowledge, man. So it's passion. You just feel passion for knowing more and helping your patients.
And how has it been these 8 years at Hospiten, because you specialize in the upper limbs?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's a curious thing to specialize in.
Yeah, well, as you know, the whole body is so difficult to know a lot of things about the whole body and to be really perfectionist in what you're doing, because you have to be really, really precise in all your procedures. And that's why nowadays what we do is to try to do specialization in one area. And to be honest, the main one, that is the one that I find it is more difficult and more challenging for me, is the upper limb. It consists in surgery of the shoulder, of the elbow, and hand and wrist.
A lot of people, you talk about tennis elbow, but I think not necessarily you get it from playing tennis, but there are a lot of injuries that come from playing tennis, squash, paddle, golf. Do you find that a lot of your patients come because of these things that sound like you're going out to have fun and then suddenly you've torn yourself apart?
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes we think that some sports could be not injured, you cannot injure yourself, but it's not the real life. Nowadays, we can see here, for example, in the area where we are, in Marbella and in Costa del Sol, we find a lot of golf players, and usually they come to patients with a lot of injuries because they are not trained, or they technically they are not perfect.
And I think also I don't ever see a golfer warming up in the sense, no, there's a lot of swinging, there's a lot of movements, but surely one should get oneself a little bit.
Yeah.
But what do you think is the main cause of the silly injuries? What don't we do that we could easily do to avoid a lot of these things?
You are really right. I mean, the example that you have already give us to warm it up, it's really important. You are going to practice on a sport. When we practice, for example, the swing of golf, we're doing an exercise of our whole body. It plays a role the back, it plays a role your hand, your shoulder, and if we don't warm it up, we will have an injury. This is a great example. I mean, one of the main things that I always tell to my patients is please warm up unless 10 minutes. It's not difficult while you are speaking with your partner. You just warm it up and that's all, and you will avoid problems.
We probably should, everyone, do that anyway when we get up in the morning, no? Just give ourselves a little stretch. My son-in-law's a physiotherapist who's always said we should stretch, and I always see him stretching everything. But I just never think about it, not that, that way inclined.
Always doing some sports is healthy. Sports is life, and I always recommend to do any sport. It doesn't matter whatever you want, but try to move yourself, move your joints, get fit, and also it will help you to control your weight. It's just to have a healthy style of life.
And also for our peace of mind as well. It's curious how the physical exercise then balances out our emotional aspects also. I have to come back to, I mentioned tennis elbow, but what is tennis elbow? I have to ask those questions that people don't dare ask, because obviously we all know what tennis elbow is. Well, I actually don't. What is tennis elbow?
Well, it's curious, because tennis elbow is a tendinopathy. It means like degenerative changes on our tendons of our elbow. Usually it's painful in the lateral part of our elbows, and it's produced by an overuse of these tendons. In which sports could we find it? For example, in tennis, as you have already told, and also in golf. It's really curious because tennis elbow is more frequent in golf players than in tennis players. It's a funny detail. But the problem is that sometimes we overuse these tendons and they are not ready to do this type of exercises once and once again.
So really it's just the stress on overworking of areas of the body that just aren't used to it.
That's right.
So again, back to stretch, warm up, get yourself in sync. So what kind of treatments, when someone comes and they've hurt themselves at tennis, golf, what kind of things are the easiest ways of easing the pain and for recovery?
Well, for recovery, the main treatment that we use, it's something that the patient doesn't like, but it's to stop the exercise. I mean, to stop playing. This is the first line of treatment. Also, to take some anti-inflammatory pills and to do some stretching and physiotherapy treatments for reducing this overtension of these tendons. And on the second line of treatment with this type, when we don't resolve the pain of our patients, what we do are injections. There are different types of injections that we can do in the elbow. On one side, the oldest ones that we do are the cortisone injections. And on the other side, the new treatments that we are giving to our patients right now in Hospiten is what we call PRP injections. This is what we call platelet-rich plasma. It's a part of the regenerative medicine that nowadays we practice.
So medicine has changed dramatically even since you've been practicing.
Yeah, that's right. New things, new trends.
Do you find it invigorating, exciting, or scary where we're heading?
Well, it's exciting. It's true that always we have to be sure of the treatments that we do, and always there are treatments that we have evidence that they work. That's why we start to use it. It's not like experimental medicine for sure. It's based on the evidence of medicine.
So you obviously enjoy what you do. I imagine you get to meet so many different nationalities.
Wow.
Being down here. How do you find that you're welcomed as a Catalan? So have you had any problems? I think more in jest than in actual reality when you're here.
Well, what I find with foreign people, I find it really interesting to find people wherever in the world, because we can practice a lot of languages, and I find it really interesting. Every people from different countries always gives you culture and information, and I find it passionate. It's true that a lot of people find it interested about me, about the political situation of Catalonia, but they always they do it like a really kind way. They just want to know the real problem that we have right there. So I have been always feeling really, really comfortable.
Well, that's wonderful, because that's how it should be. I can't say how lovely it is to meet you, and so nice that you're going to have a lovely baby. Honor, welcome to the show. You're the first appearance on my program. I'm feeling first exclusive interview with Honor and her mum. Thank you very much for coming. I look forward to seeing you more often. And if you want to know, obviously, more information about anything to do with your upper limbs, Villanova is the person to visit in Hospiten. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
We're going now over to a break. Some messages from our Zero Hero partners giving free drinks to designated drivers in participating venues. I'll be a designated driver, obviously not drinking, so why not pick up that free drink? Why pay if you don't have to? Also a message from our sponsors, Linea Directa, who put on some great special policies just for us expats. Be back after this. Don't go away.
Judy and John are getting along famously. They have so much in common, which now includes both being too tipsy to drive home.
Oh, John, you can't drive home like that. Neither can I.
John looks worried, but not our Judy. She simply calls Linea Directa for a free taxi and a tow truck to take her and her car home. Call Linea Directa on 952 14 78 34 to see how they can better your life too.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign. And we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on.
G.I.R.L. is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G.I.R.L.
So much trouble tearing us apart.
Clara are proud to present Zero the Hero. Never drink and drive.
Change if we try. Just believe it.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hey, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Out of bounds, Zero Hero partners.
Here we are, sticker going on. Delighted to welcome everybody and to be part of the Zero Hero campaign. Delighted.
No need to hesitate. Time to make
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Barons.
us apart. Brothers, sisters, one beating heart. We can change if we try.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much. Zero Hero, welcome to Portofino, Cabo Pino.
Guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Lynn, it is so lovely to be somewhere new once again with you. I went to Atalaya Golf Club and they said you were in the wrong place because I needed to be here at PG Golf Academy in Atalaya.
Correct. And the PG stands for the lovely Peter Gustafsson.
Oh, you have to take the mask off. I've got no idea what you're saying. Take your mask off.
Can I do that?
Please, because I
Thank you,
can't
Nicole.
understand a word.
Thank you.
Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Nicole. Now maybe you can recognise me. Okay, yes, we're here at the PG, the Peter Gustafsson Driving Range and Academy. Peter, of course, being a Swedish European tour player. Peter contacted me because with regard to the girls' golf, he has this wonderful lady professional, lovely young girl, Patricia, and he has employed her, taken her on as a golf professional here to teach, and of course, it will be spectacular for us, for the girls, because you can relate to being taught to ladies. So it's all about the girls today, because today, Nicole, we have Women's International Golf Day. And so Peter, along with Patricia, have put on an event, and of course we need as many ladies here to support it. So, of course, they contacted me, and we've got a nice little group. They've got their own ladies as well, some from Atalaya, some from other golf clubs, but of course the girls' golf would absolutely, really have enjoyed coming here today to take part. A bit of fun, a bit of competition, coming out of bunkers, going onto putting green, chipping onto a hoop. It's been a lot of fun.
Wonderful. I can't wait to chat with Peter to find out his philosophy of what he expects for this place. But I know that you expect us ladies to get involved with golf.
I do.
And I'm going to threaten no longer. I'm in. Just
I'm looking at you.
Book it, Dano, book it.
Good. You're going to be in. You're going to be in. Thank you, Nicole.
Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time. One. We are at one. We are
Culinary masterpieces. Handmade with love.
one. We are at one. Let the feeling into your soul. Let it set you on your way. No need to hesitate. Time to make a change. There'll be no trouble tearing us apart. Brothers, sisters, one beating heart. We can change if we try. Just believe it's worth your time. One. We are at one.
Peter, congratulations. A very successful ladies' golf day today.
Thank you very much.
How long have you had this place?
I took it over, I think it was 17th of September last year.
Wow. So in the middle of everything going horribly awry, you put something into practice. That's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing events in the golf travel, and that went really sideways in the mid of March. We had a huge event, and then this, during the lockdown and everything, we got to know this was available, and I saw some good potential in it. So here we are.
You've already made a big difference. I mean, speaking to Richard, the new president of the Atalaya Golf Club, he's amazed at how well you've done and how this place is picking up. He's actually seeing people here.
I have to say, I think when I came into it, I had a vision as a former golfer to get to meet golfers day to day, but it turned out totally different. I initially was to get people into our tournaments, golf trips, stuff like this, but now it's more focused on the academy and the driving range, and to try to improve this in every possible way.
So exactly what is on offer here at PG?
Sorry?
What can people expect from PG? What's on offer here?
I think first of all, this is one of the few, training facilities for golf where everybody's welcome. Non-golfers, golfers, to feel that they are welcome and, in a good atmosphere. And then of course we have, like today we have events with female events, we have group trainings, we have good coaches, but mostly in a very good environment. And we have a fantastic person in the cafe with Neil. Who
I was delighted to see Neil here.
He was one of the founders in Terrasana, and it was a fantastic concept, and it's really interesting because 20 years ago when I came to Marbella, we met in Terrasana, and also one of my coaches is here, one of my best coaches, Richard Stronger. He also was in the same, among the same friends. So we go back a long, long time as well, which is fantastic.
Everything's coming together.
Yeah, I hope so.
So Peter, if you've known Neil for 20 years, you've been here for a long time.
I came, I think, end of 98, 99, my first years. Before, I came here to practice as a golf professional. And basically moved here permanently 2004, 2005.
Is that because of apart from the sun, but the quality and variety of golf courses here?
I think it's, many reasons. Coming from Sweden, it's not a very good country for being a golfer. And you have the climate, you have a lot of golf. I fell in love with Costa del Sol from the beginning, and for me this is home now, so it's really nice to be.
How did you get into golf? You're Swedish, but you've made golf your career. How did you get involved? As you say, it's not exactly conducive to playing in the cold.
No, it's quite funny because I was selling newspapers, so every Saturday, Sunday, I took my ride around selling newspapers, and my final stop was the golf course. And every time I went into the pro shop, sold the newspaper to the coach, and that was so I always looked around in the golf shop. I was interested. I didn't really like team sport. So I bought the set for for the money I made from selling newspapers, and on that way it started. So it's an interesting way to get into the game.
It's nice, and it's like everything's developed for you organically, and now having this PG Academy.
Yeah.
It's an ambitious project, but I want to learn to play golf. It seems a shame not to, living in Marbella.
This is, in my opinion, of all the years I've been here, unfortunately there is so much local people, so much young Spanish people who still believe that golf is maybe only for the rich, and never tried. They're living on a coast with about 80 golf courses, and they never get to try. And this is a little bit what I want to create for, normal golfers, but also for children that have a possibility to try.
Is this reflected in your prices? Is it more affordable to come here to learn than other places?
I think we find a way. If somebody wants to try, we find a way so it's going to work. It's hitting golf balls, I think, is quite affordable. We have group lessons, we have private lessons, we have you can buy multi packages for. So I think it's quite affordable.
Basically, it's come, chat it over, see what's out there.
Yeah.
So you have a driving range, putting greens.
We have a driving range, putting green, chipping green, and we have, of course, our junior school where we invite all the kids. The first time they can come and try it on. If the parents wants to bring them, just let us know, and
Do you have any specific summer camps planned, or just parents come with their kids and give it a go?
No, we have summer camps from 1st of, I think basically first week of July for 6 weeks onwards, where Patricia, who hosted the ladies event today, is in charge.
How old, as of what age, would you recommend that children can come and start giving it a go?
I would say from about 4 years old, and 4 years old and up.
Fabulous. Peter, congratulations. Really happy that Lynn Fisher brought me today to see this place, discover it, and it's not a threat, but I will be back for lessons.
Of course, thank you.
Patricia, you don't look old enough to be a golf coach. How lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the tournament today. Lovely to see so many ladies out here.
Yeah, thank God. We reached 30 at the beginning. To be honest, I thought, okay, probably we reach 15 is going to be a success. And suddenly they joined. They were 30, so very happy.
You're Spanish?
Yeah.
Are you local to Marbella?
Local, I'm from Marbella, yes.
And how did you get into golf? 'Cause we were just talking about it's a men's sport and
Yeah.
not enough locals get involved. So how did you get involved?
Yeah, because of my dad. My dad, I think he liked it from always, but he have never played before. But one day he went with my brother to a local golf course in Marbella, an academy. He started to play, my brother. He bought a golf club when he was 5, but to be honest, I was so lazy, I didn't like to do anything. Till one day, I used to go with him, my mom, my dad, my brother, and I just sit down doing bracelets and making things, but knowing golf. For me, it was a very boring sport, and mainly for different type of people. So I was not
boring people.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't want to say so, but you said. Yeah. So for me, it was not interesting. Till one day I hold a golf club. Here today.
It's amazing how it can change once you actually try something.
Yeah, exactly.
And what is it that appeals to you about the golf? Is it what is it? Because you obviously can see your natural passion. You are a natural.
Yeah, I love being surrounded by nature and, the calm that is in a golf course. Now, for example, I don't know what time is it, but it must be like 7 or so. And it's like you can be hearing the birds and listening, or the atmosphere around the nature. I like traveling. New places. I mean, no new places. I met new people. Especially that part, I love it because I know, especially here in the academy, I know people from all around the world, different type of age, golf levels for sure, with different styles, all that type of things. I love it, and my best friends are coming from golf. We are friends since 20 years ago. I love coaching. I love being here in the academy, working with Peter. So I'm very happy.
Fabulous story for this PG Golf Academy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Gracias.
Someone is in the office, in the cafe at 8 every morning, either myself, Peter or Patricia, and the range is open until 9 o'clock every night.
And can you get coffees and things at that time of day?
The cafe probably closes around 7-ish because whoever's manning the night shift also has to collect golf balls. So they can't, obviously, cafes and golf balls, but you can get food and drink from 8 until 7 every day, and someone will be here until 9 o'clock every night. So what we offer is some very healthy snacks, sandwiches. So, I mean, the food is fantastic that everyone enjoys, and we try to be creative.
Well, Neil, congratulations. It's lovely to see you
Good to
and
see
to
you,
see
Nicole.
you here. Cool space.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us once again for another edition of Marbella Now. You can watch us every day at 3 p.m. on RTV Marbella. But of course, you get catch-ups from the RTV Marbella website and also direct link from my website, nicoleking.es. Also with links to our Zero Hero website with full listings of where you can get free drinks if you're the designated driver in our Zero Hero campaign. And of course, a link to my column in the Euro Weekly News, Marbella Moments. Well, that's it. Take care of yourselves. Please be nice to each other and join us again for more of what's going on in Marbella Now tomorrow. Hasta entonces. Bye-bye.